Our business model is a subscription with a special, simple proposal. 100 euros for 1 year per team, up to 20 people.
Look at my horse. My horse. Just do it. You want me to send it? Hello, my name is Yevgen, and I am founder of Mode. We are a hardware startup, and our aim is to unlock the full potential of new technology to people. Our first product is going to unlock full advantage of USB Type-C connector. Recently, Apple decided to replace all connectors in its MacBooks with a single one called USB Type-C. But now, if you want to connect anything of your old devices to it, you will need an adapter. There are lots of adapters already on the market with different configurations and features. However, there is still no unique solution which would take all powers of USB-C. Because of it, 60% of MacBook users now have at least 2 adapters. But today, we are presenting you Mode, a customizable, modular USB-C adapter which lets you build your personal all-in-one hub. With Mode, you can take the best of all existing adapters and combine it into a single device using simple magnetic modules. Over 3 million MacBooks are being sold each year, and its market is yet to grow. It is predicted that by 2019, 20 billion devices with USB-C will be shipped to the market. We have a great team of guys with different backgrounds who love new technology and enjoy working together to implement our ideas. Recently, we took part in Buildit, the biggest hardware accelerator in Nordic region. There, we have proved market demand among both customers and retailers who showed a great interest in our product. We established a partnership with Conceptor Solutions, a company who has successfully built and delivered 5 similar hardware projects. Now we are looking for funding of 45,000 euros to make sure we launch Kickstarter campaign of Mode Hub by November this year. If you are one of those people who are still looking for their perfect adapter, or you want to invest in us, please reach out to us later. I'm Yevgen, and this is Mode. Thank you. From scratch? Hello, my name is Yevgen, and I am founder of Mode. We are a hardware startup, and our aim is to unlock the full potential of new technology to people. Our first product is
Okay, I'm going on stage. Istuge maha, et
Red is the color.
it looks nice.
It's a green suit, man. I'm putting you a challenge for the next one.
That's good.
I want a red.
Green suit. Okei, ma üritan, inimesed hakkaks istuma. Ma annaks sulle pitch. Kas ma saan need sinu kätte anda seni, kuni ma ise laval olen, ma võtan pärast need enda kätte. Ma ei tea, et need taskud. Hello. Yeah. So, guys, please start sitting down, and everybody who's sitting, move as far to the right as you can. We need every single seat. You guys, okay, in the front row it's kind of okay, but where I see 2 seats, Sven, move. They're coming, okay, all right. And let's see. Very good. We still have 10 minutes, but we should start sitting down so we know how many places we have missing. Võib panna muusika tagasi praegu.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Man, we are not in Estonia anymore. Yes.
Almost.
Almost noisy energy. Good. Good. Okay. We are oversubscribed, as you might see. So just one logistics. Please don't occupy the corridor because the teams are going to be coming in and out. Okay? The rest, we leave it up to you. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming. Super, super nice to see this place full. The energy, all the teams, very excited and very nervous. But that's what it's all about. But anyway, startup-wise, guys, build it over here. I will actually run the show to Alex. Going first, and I will just be discreetly, as my red color, get out of the way. All yours, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. So, welcome. I don't really want to waste the time. Any of you who doesn't know what Buildit is, we're a hardware accelerator with a creative twist. So we accelerate both creative industry startups and hardware startups, best if combining the two. And we come from Tartu. And again, for any of you who doesn't know, it's the second largest Estonian city worldwide. And people say that if you come to Tartu, even traffic lights slow down. Now imagine running an accelerator in Tartu. But without any further ado, I want to introduce the first team. If you think that's funny, these guys have made it completely normal to have a conversation with a bunny who has 3 ears. And if that's not funny, we're actually cash flow positive. Doesn't really happen very often. So let's welcome on stage Digital Learning System.
Hello, my name is Laura, and we are DLSU. DLSU is bringing early childhood education into the 21st century. Small children are spending close to 20 hours per week swiping at the screen. Some say it's not a problem, but research shows that 1 out of 5 15-year-olds don't have acceptable level of reading and writing skills. So what could be a solution that is educational, but at the same time fun for kids? Answer is traditional books combined with digital device called Smart Pen. The pen is asking questions and giving instant feedback. We have sold over 1,000 products since December last year, and we are increasing our sales daily. And this is within Estonia alone. Our team of 3 co-founders, we started the business to reduce our own children's screen time and support their education at home. So we didn't start our journey before we were sure that this works within our homes. So we started adopting the technology and creating new, original educational content. So what we are doing is we are giving children random exercises according to their age. So, for example, pointing the pen on the paper, pen asks, show me all the different trees from the picture. And pointing the pen on the picture, pen says, this is apple tree with a lot of red apples. This is only one of the very, very simple examples that we have. The method works best for children age 1 until 9 years old. Unlike tablets, this environment is not overstimulative or addictive. And while your children are having fun, you are sure that they are not wandering around in Facebook or YouTube. They are learning. And with DLSU, children can be learning almost same way that you did, but much more effective way. Our team of 3 co-founders, we have done business almost 5 years together. in the areas of technology development, sales and management, and banking. Our core educational content comes from experts in education, innovation, and psychology. We are looking for 100,000 euros of investment from strategic investors in publishing industry in order to get us into Nordics and expand our product portfolio. So if you like to know more or test the pen and the book, learn some Estonian language. So I am Laura from SWG. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. I don't know whether you noticed, I notice it every single time I come from the slow Tartu to fast Tallinn, but it's very windy here. But there's even places in the world which is more windy, like Canada. So the next guy comes from Canada, and in wind energy, it's a funny thing, a lot of money goes with the wind. So if you don't want your money to do the same, here's a real investment opportunity. Challenger Solutions.
Good evening. I'm excited today to tell you about the Pitch-O-Matic, which is enabling small wind turbines to harness up to 50% more energy. My name is Drew, and I'm a wind turbine junkie. I have a specialized education in the aerodynamics of wind turbines, and I spent 5 years in Denmark developing technology to improve the performance of wind turbines. I also spent time with a startup company that was designing a small wind turbine, and that was when I came up with the idea for the Pitch-O-Matic. Now, when I say small wind turbine, actually they're pretty big. So we're talking 30-meter towers, 15-meter diameters, and power ratings 10 to 100 kilowatts. So they're not the big monsters that get all the attention. But in fact, it's a growing market. There's around 75,000 of these sold each year, and expected to continue growing in the years ahead. Now, there's over 300 of these companies worldwide that are designing, manufacturing, and shipping these turbines. But actually, they have a problem, and it makes their designers sad. That's because they actually know how to design even better turbines. But they're not able to because they need to implement so-called smart systems, sensors, controllers, feedback algorithms. And if they could, the dream of the designer would be to implement these systems. But on this scale, it's just not feasible because these parts are expensive. And so that's where the Pitch-O-Matic comes in. This is a passive mechanical device made up of springs and dampers and gears that allows the blades of a turbine to pitch naturally with the wind to regulate the power and give that designer the opportunity to design the turbine she always wanted to. So if we take this poor, sad old designer and we give her the Pitch-O-Matic, she's going to be happy because she has this shiny, high-performing turbine that she can be proud of. Not only that, but her boss will be happy because she'll have a more competitive offering that will improve the bottom line. And now everybody's happy. So what have I done so far? We've only been at it 3 months, but I've proved the key concepts of the design and simulation and calculation. I've made a demonstration model to prove the mechanics of the concept. I've done a cost estimate to prove that it's a reasonable cost compared to the value. And most importantly, most excitingly, I'm in active dialogue with multiple customers right now to establish a partnership on a pilot project. So the plan from here on out is to keep these conversations going and get an agreement with the first customer on a pilot project and a first batch of orders. And at that point, we get into the nitty-gritty, do simulations, prototype, lab-scale prototype design, and finally make it fly on a real turbine. And that sounds exciting to me. So if this sounds exciting to you, come and see me. I'm looking for an investment of 100,000 to make this dream come true, and I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Thanks.
Thanks, Drew. Now, want you to raise your hands, like really do it, if you have ever super glued your fingers together. I thought so. Believe me, it hurts so much more if you do it with a soldering iron. So let's welcome on stage the next team, Super Solderer.
So, hi everyone. My name is Andres, and I'm here to talk to you about a new kind of electrical cordless soldering iron called Super Solderer. So, just for the glimpse, who doesn't know what soldering is, an easy example would be attaching two electrical contacts together using a molten lead. And the tool necessary for melting the lead is called a soldering iron. Easy as that. So, who has made at least one soldering in their lives? Whoa, nice. A lot of people. So, who has made at least, who has used a cordless tool for that? About 5, 6-ish. Okay, well, me too. But half a year ago, we in Super Solderer didn't expect to use it just because we didn't find a suitable solution from the market. And then we decided to build it ourselves. We made a lot of research, studied the technology, and discovered that it's really possible to significantly improve currently available similar products on the market. For example, there are battery-powered soldering irons, but they need recharging time of multiple hours or replacing the batteries. Then there are gas-powered tools, which are actually quite good in terms of mobility, but they need refilling, they need replacing some parts every once in a while, and they have also a hard time setting the precise temperature range. So our solution, on the contrary, will have really short recharging times with long enough work cycles to satisfy even engineers who do soldering on a daily basis. And that's why it's much more comfortable. Super Solderer consists of 3 founders. The first team member is a guy with a very strong physics background, and he's doing his PhD in power systems at the moment. And he's contributing in product development and research. The second team member has a very strong financing background, and she's also responsible for marketing management. Me, myself, I have a computer engineering bachelor's degree, and I've been working as a software developer since 2012. But all the time I've been doing some hobby electronic projects in my home, which also require soldering. And that's where the vision came from. We made market research and discovered that engineers really would benefit from a cordless soldering tool. About roughly 90% of them told me so. So we built our first prototype, which we actually plan to use as a tool to build our next prototypes. And we made our first super soldering about a month ago, and it showed really promising results. And therefore, we are looking for engineers and companies who would be interested in testing the product and giving relevant feedback to us. So, Super Solderer, improving cordless soldering with lightning-fast recharging times. My name is Andres, and if you have any comments or interesting ideas about the project, please let me know right here, and we'll have a chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Andres. Now, let's talk about pets, and specifically dogs. So I think if dogs could buy stuff, if they would have money, they would probably buy something to track their owners. So they could always find their owner. Fortunately, they cannot. So, next up is Koala Smart.
It's kind of... Hey guys, I'm Furkan from Koala Smart. Today, I would like to start with a really sad story. Yeah. No, fuck. Sorry. Green one. Okay, sorry. So let's start again. I'm Furkan from Koala Smart. we start like last year we lost our family dog, and then everything was really hard to find, and then we tried really bad solutions, like really basic solutions like lost flyers. And then when we look at the statistics, 1 out of 3 pets are lost, and only 1 out of 10 is returned. And there are thousands of lost flyers in the social media, as you can see. Let me introduce you Cola Smart. Cola Smart is a tiny Bluetooth-based smart tag for dogs and cats, and community-driven online lost and found network app. People help each other to find lost pets close by. So who has a dog here? Yeah, not so pet lovers today. And we help dogs keep track, we help dog owners keep track of their dogs in the parks, in the limited ranges. And then our network, when you lose your dog, our network works like if any other user gets in range of your lost dog, you get GPS update, and the other person know who is this dog owner, and then whose dog is like lost. And who has cat owner? Yeah, it's better. Yeah. So game is over for hide and seek for cats at home, because Cola Smart helps you find your cat in your home. So we have another developments going on because we want to make Cola Smart all-in-one platform for the need of pet owners. Right now we are developing live locking with vets, and then you will be able to find a close-by dog walker in your neighborhood. And when we look at the markets, our competitors like traditional GPS trackers, but we are 5 times cheaper, and then we are 60 times long. We have 60 times longer battery, and we are 5 times smaller. You can even put on your cat. Pet labels market projected to be $2.36 billion by 2022. We focus on the Nordic markets right now. It's 5 million pets in the Nordic markets, and GPS of only 30% of the revenue. I'm Furkan, I'm the founder of the Cola Smart. This is my second startup experience. My co-founder Utku is a hardware and software geek. So we have been working on IoT devices for over 2 years, both applications and both hardware stuff. We already sold, we are based in Istanbul, Turkey. We already sold 250 devices in Turkey, but we are keep going with the development with our early customers. We are here to launch our product in the Estonian market first, and then we'll check the other closer markets. We are looking for 50K for mass production, 5,000 quantities for the mass marketing, and then growth in the European market at first. Thank you very much. If you have pets, please sign up for the early bird prices. We will be shipping in July. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Furkan. And now my favorite word in any startup's pitch, imagine. But I want you guys to imagine going to a McDonald's and you order a Big Mac. And you get the salad, and you get the burger, and you get the cheese. But you cannot get them together. Never. So this is how Mac users must feel every single day. So, next up. Yeah, Mode.
Hello, my name is Yevgen, and I'm founder of Mode. We are a hardware startup, and our aim is to unlock the full potential of new technology to people. Our first product is going to use the full advantage of new connectivity technology introduced by Apple. Recently, Apple decided to replace all connectors in its MacBooks and leave only a single one, called USB Type-C. But now, if you want to connect anything of your old devices to it, you will need an adapter. There are lots of adapters on the market already, who have different features and flavors. But there is still no single solution that would be able to use all powers of this USB Type-C port. Because of it, now 60% of MacBook users have at least 2 dongles. But today, we are presenting you Mode, a customizable, modular USB-C hub, which lets you build your personal all-in-one adapter. With Modi, you can take the best features of all existing hubs and combine them into a single device using simple magnetic modules. Over 3 million MacBooks are being sold each year, and this market is yet to grow. It's estimated that by year 2019, 20 billion USB-C devices will arrive to the market. We have a great team of guys with different backgrounds who love new technology and enjoy working together to implement our ideas. Recently, we took part in Buildit, the biggest hardware accelerator in Nordic region. There, we have proved our market demand both among customers and retailers, who showed great interest in our product. We established a partnership with Conceptor Solutions, a company who has successfully built and delivered 5 similar hardware products. Now, we are looking for funding in size of 45,000 euros to make sure that we launch Modi Hub Kickstarter campaign by November this year and deliver it to the shops in 2018. So, if you are one of those people who are still looking for their perfect adapter, or you want to invest in us, please come and find us at our demo desk. I'm Yevgen, and this is Modi. Thank you.
So now we come to the education, meaning that in Estonia, if you get a PhD, that probably means you didn't have really anything else to do with your time. In Germany, however, if you have a PhD, you can write it in address book, you can write it in an email signature, you can even put it on your post box, really. Next guy gave this all up to come to Estonia and build his startup. Let's welcome on stage Smartboard.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Daniel and we are developing the Smartboard. So it's an electronic game board for playing interactive board games. No. So I used to play a lot of these board games with my friends, with my family. However, over the time we switched from playing board games to computer games because computer games are just funnier to play and more interactive. On the other side, board games are still popular because you can sit around the table with your friends having fun together and you can also real grab the game pieces. And that's why we are developing the Smartboard. So the Smartboard combines the advantages of both worlds. It looks like a game board and has many interaction possibilities like computer games. And we already have a working prototype. So it has an e-ink display for showing the playing field and other interactive game content, and also sensors to recognize the game pieces. It is connected with your smartphone to upload the games, and you can also attach other devices like a Bluetooth dice, for example, for games which require a dice. So the revenue for casual board games in the US alone is about $1 billion. There are other companies that are also developing electronic game boards, but with the e-ink display, we use a better display technology, and we have also cheaper sensors. And we also provide an easy-to-use software framework so that game developers can easily create their own games. And this will lead to more games available for our device. So we focus on developing the hardware, and game developers worldwide can easily create games for the Smartboard and share these games online or sell these games on distribution platforms like Google Play Store, for example. So during the last couple of months, I have spoken with a lot of game developers and gamers. I attended several events, and the feedback was very good, and people are asking for the device. So actually, making a game for the Smartboard is not more complicated than developing a mobile app, so it's basically almost the same. So I am an electronic engineer. I'm also a hardware programming hobbyist with several patents. And my co-founder, he's a Java web developer, and he's also a passionate gamer. So we are asking for a seed funding of 100K for our first product launch and for further technical development. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel. Now, if we think about marketing, and especially for small and micro enterprises, it could be as complicated as building your own Frankenstein. And let's be honest, sometimes as ugly, if you've seen the results. Well, I want you to meet Frank, which is probably the best digital marketer in the world.
Hey, I love this song. This song is called Never No Time to Play, and it's probably that most of the teams have experienced the past months. My name is Jan, and I'm the CEO and founder of Frank. I have a question for all of you. How many of you find it difficult to get new customers to your companies? Raise your hands. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Well, the thing is that most small and medium-sized businesses have two options to grow online, and this is what they do. They try to grow online. The one option is they go to an outsourced specialist, which is really expensive, and they probably end up with empty pockets. The other option, they try to do it themselves, and the result is pretty much the same. Still empty pockets because they don't know how to do it. Don't worry, with Frank, we're going to change all that, because we are automating the online advertising specialist. So Frank is an AI advertising genius whose brain is connected to all big ad channels, Facebook, Google, Twitter, LinkedIn, you know them all. And Frank uses machine learning to automate your decision-making and ad spend, so you can sit back and relax. Although Frank uses advanced technology, it's really simple to use. Within 3 minutes, you can launch a campaign, and all the rest is taken care by Frank. The past 3 months, the whole team, we've been in the United States, and we have our first happy customers. So this month, we hopefully make more than 10,000 in gross revenue, and we have more than 100 customers who have tried our platform so far. Our beachhead market customers are B2C startups with seed to A round of funding and who need to grow fast. So all the investors and startups probably know this phase, you need to grow fast. We can help them. Revenue model is simple. 20% is our fee, no sign-ups, no subscription fees. Market potential is huge. Alone in US this year, small and medium-sized businesses will spend more than 17 billion on online advertising. And our ambition is also big. We want to be a 54 million gross revenue company by year of 2020. And to do that, we currently need only 500,000. We already have 230,000 investment raised, but the 500,000 we need for the next phase in convertible notes. And the team, we have an awesome team. I used to run an advertising agency in Estonia, and there I met my co-founder Harry. He's an awesome guy. He's a 0 to 1, moves fast, makes a lot of mess. I'm more of a 1 to 10, and we have a totally different personality, so we complement each other. I'm so happy with Arti in our team. He used to work for Skype and Pipedrive, so the technology part is really taken care of. I'm happy for that. And Ivar, he's our media wizard. Plus, we have lived in one apartment for 3 months now, and I had to spend a couple of nights with one bed with Arti, so we're quite tight now. So, if you would like to be part of this growing business, I'm more than happy to discuss further or shoot an email, jan@frank.ai. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you to the audience. I also want to thank my team. So this is it with the Buildit teams. Special thanks to Mario, who's been running the whole program, and Meri-Lee, and Sven, and Indrek, and Rene, and Thomas. And now I also want to welcome back all the teams with all the members back on stage, so we can give them one final applause and make a picture of them. So teams, please come back on stage.
That's good.
What is the name of the host? The host, Alex.
Good. Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
And now we have a startup which was not announced in the schedule. So Cristobal will introduce the next startup, right? You will not. He will come on stage on his own. Okay, very good.
It's just Alex. My name is Tom,
Yeah, hi.
and I did not bring my music. So maybe if you could just say the next is going to be Tom, and everybody make a round of applause, so it's a much more nicer.
No,
right?
all right.
Let me
So
just
let's
walk
do
out
this.
there, all right?
What was his name? Okay. The next one on stage is going to be Tom. Let's give him a big round of applause. Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. My name is Tom, and since you can see I don't have a presentation, I'm probably sure that a lot of people are thinking to themselves, who the hell is this guy? So let me introduce myself. My name, ladies and gentlemen, is Tom. I have came here from Riga, and I, ladies and gentlemen, am a magician. And people always call me a liar, a crook, a thief, artist. They say I steal, and if they ever give this question to me in person, I always say, yes. It's true, this is exactly what I do. But what does actually a magician do, and how does a magic show actually work? So let me just demonstrate you a little something so we can get in the mood of seeing magic show. If I would be a magician, then I would be able to take this handkerchief, stick it right inside of my hand, and just with a little move like this, I could make that little handkerchief disappear. Now, if you would be an audience, you would prod your hands to that. That's what makes it work. And if you prod your hands, that's when you know that the trick is always going to end in a fun manner, because I am going to tell you exactly how this works. You see, when you become a magician, what they do is they make a little pocket right here in your hand. All you have to do is you have to reach in and take out anything you have said there before, just like this. Yes, that's very good. Now, but I do want you guys to get involved a little bit. So first of all, if I could just ask a show of hands, who has seen me before? Who has seen me? Just a show of hands. Thank you very much. Very good. I have a piece of rope over here, ladies and gentlemen. A nice little piece of rope. And if I could please ask, what is your name? That is correct. And what I'm going to do is no, you can stay sitting. You can stay sitting. There's no reason to stand up. And take this whole piece of rope and examine it. Just make sure that it's a nice, solid piece of red rope. Just the kind that you can buy in any household shop or find in your bedroom. Just make sure that it's good and solid, all right? We have another one over here. What is your name? And I will have another one for you. You may examine this one. And I need a gentleman. You in the jacket with a nice watch. What is your name? Kevin, all right. Oh, I am very sorry, Kevin. You know what? This last thing, this is all we have left for you, Kevin. If you could just examine this one and make sure that is nice and tight. Now, the longest one, was this one good? Yes. They can't hear you. Is this one good? Yes. Thank you very much. If I could take this. Yes, thank you very much. Now, what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to start with the longest piece of rope held in two of my fingers from top to bottom. Is everything fair here, sir? Yes. Just as we practiced. Very good. Now, the small one. Is everything good with this one? Yes, that's good. And the middle piece right over here, that one's good as well. So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is we have 3 pieces of rope which have been examined by your own eyes and hands. This is how this trick is going to work. We're going to start with the longest piece of rope at the very end, and the small piece, and the middle piece, and the small piece. Now, you got... You guys are going to see that these three pieces are actually different. But what's going to happen here is I'm going to start twisting my hands around. Now, this is the point in my show when nobody's taking eye contact with me anymore. Everybody's watching the hands. Now, if you watch my hands closely, you can see that slowly the smallest piece of rope is starting to become longer as I speak. Now, this is hard to see at first, but when you watch this trick a little bit more, the more I talk, the bigger this rope becomes, and the bigger it becomes, the bigger becomes the smile on this gentleman's face right here. Right there. There you are. Now, usually what happens is when women see this trick, they bring their husbands over to me after shows asking if I could help. It's different, strange questions. I always say this is just with circle ropes. So what we can do is we can take these pieces of rope, we can stretch them aside until the point where out of three different, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 3 ropes the same size. I'm not even kidding. That's the first one right there. That's the second one. That's the third one. Now, as a lot of you right here, I know how you feel, and the first time I saw this trick, ladies and gentlemen, I was so shocked myself that I also forgot to applaud. Let's try to put the pace up a little bit. Put the pace up a little bit. I need a gentleman over here. Is that Guido? Okay, Guido, could you take this piece and just examine it and just make sure that it's nice and sweet and solid? Is everything good with it? All right. Now, how many ropes did I just give to you, Guido? How many ropes do I have? I'm just checking if you haven't been drinking. All right. Now, check this out. If you have 1 and I have 2, is that fair, Guido? Where are you from, sir? Let me ask again. If you have 1, I have 2. Is that fair? Is that fair, ladies and gentlemen? No, so as long as Guido has 1, let me just use 1. And I would say that probably you and the majority here would agree that 1 against 1 is much more fair. Now, this is where it starts getting a little bit more funky. If I could ask somebody, you, sir, could you come over here for a second? Just a second. You can stand where you are. All I need to do is I need to know, what is your name? Right. No, hands to yourself, young man, all right? All right. Is that good? All good? That's better. Is that better? Yeah. Let's give him a round of applause then. All right. Now, actually, it's very good you came here. I have a piece with 2 ends. I'm going to put both of these ends together, and I'm going to bring them on this side right here. If you could hold right between my hands, just really tight right here. Yeah, with a full fist. Now, as you can see, the knuckles are going to start turning blue in a couple of seconds. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as long as he holds this rope, I cannot get it out of his hands. But what I can do is I can undo these ends right here, and I can take them off the rope right over here. What we have now is we have a piece of rope. Yes, let it go. I'm getting paid by an hour here, sir. I have a piece of rope which has no ends whatsoever. You guys know this is not possible to do. So let me just take those ends, let me put them back where we got them from with 1 long piece of rope. And let's give this gentleman as well a nice round of applause for joining us here up on stage. Everything good? Thank you very much. All right. Now, we have to go a few steps back. When I gave this one to you, Guido, how much ropes did I have? How many? Yeah, how many did I have? 2. Now, how do I get 2 ropes out of 1, ladies and gentlemen? Any suggestions? Yeah, you cut it in half. Thank you very much. I just want you to do a very fine gesture here. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So when they say cut the rope in half, you would say I would need to put the 2 ends together. I would need to find the middle of the rope. I would need to get a nice sharp pair of scissors, put them in, cut the rope. When I cut, I would get 2 pieces out of 1. And what I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to keep in your minds is that this trick is not possible with 3 ropes the same size. This has to be done with a long piece of rope, which is the first one and the most important one. This next one, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is the middle-sized rope, and this is where the people put their hands together. I hope you enjoyed this trick. Now, I want to do something a little bit more personal with you guys, and if I could please ask, but you can stay in your seat, don't worry. What is your name, please? Anneli. Do you speak English fluently? You can understand? No. All right. Let's have a show of hands. Who has seen me before? Just once more. Who has seen me before? All right. We have a beautiful smile right over here in the middle with the blonde hair. What is your name, please? Yes. No, that's okay. That's perfect. What is your name? Marga. If you could stay where you are, but just stand up. Just stand up so everyone can see you. And as you stand, I would like you to, as you're holding your hands, just drop them to the sides like this. Now, everybody can see, but your feet has to be together at all times. Now, I need you to turn slightly to the right, like this, just slightly to the right, and take your arm and put it up like this, just upright. No, just one. Just one of them. The other one. Now, actually, I'm a little bit afraid that the people on the back are not going to see, so let's just put this, let's do it the right way. Just put your hand up like this. Now, there's a couple of things I need you to make sure. I need you to put your elbow just a little bit higher. So, that's good. Now, bring it a little bit towards the front to you, just a little bit like this. Now, from this side, I need you to bend your hand just a little bit to that side, just a little bit. Yes, stop. And your thumb, put your thumb next to your fingers, just like this. That's very good. What was your name again? Marika. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give, as we can see over here, Marika wants to be a volunteer with her hand up already. Let's give her a nice round of applause as she comes and joins us up here. Yes, come and join us up here, Marika. Now, Marika, I do want to say that as the first volunteer to come up here on stage, and you did raise your hand yourself, let's give her another round of applause. She did a good job. And you can take a seat right here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to play a little game, but the two of us is not going to be enough for this little game, all right? And we're going to try to show you a little bit of how magic works, but for this game, I need another volunteer. Now, since you volunteered yourself and you wanted to come out here, you can choose. But before we start, there's a couple of rules I want you to follow. Now, the task that the person is going to do here on stage, it may turn out to be a little bit physically hard and difficult. So better take one of the gentlemen. Anyone you want. It's better if you don't know him. And if you want to make the show really good.
Why is it better if I don't know them?
Because then you don't chat, all right? And if you want to make it really funny, if as you're looking around the faces of the audience, you want to take some of the gentlemen who are avoiding eye contact as we speak. Those are the best ones. Anyone you choose, take someone you don't know. Can we turn a little bit more right up in here? Just a little bit more. Yeah, anybody you want. Just the first person you see.
I'll take that one.
I'll take that one. Which one is that? Over here, the gentleman just leaning. Yes, what is your name, sir? Tony, let's give him a nice round of applause, everybody, as he comes up here on stage. You can take a seat, don't worry. All right. Now, as he comes up here on stage, yes, you're going to have him over here. And as you understand already, sir, from what you have saw until this point and on, I am a magician. Cool. And probably there is no real magician without a beautiful assistant, isn't there?
That will be me then?
Yeah, that will go to you, sir. You will be my lovely assistant. The way this is going to work is very simple. I need you to put your feet together just like this. I need you to put your hands out for me just like this. I need you to put your thumbs up and look straight at the photographer. That's very good. Now put your fingers out like this, extend them, pull your hands in like this. With a twist, you need to put one finger against each other like this. You need to take a few steps to the front, just like this. A few steps to the side over here, a few steps to the side, and slowly turn just a little bit to the right. Whatever you do, sir, you don't move. You stay seated. I will be right back. Let's give them both a round of applause, everybody. And you know what, sir? I'm going to have to tell you honestly, I am looking at you, and there are days when I will be able to do this without you, and then there are other days when I think, what would I do if you wouldn't be here? Let me just take this. Thank you. That is terrific. I'm too loud. All right? Just a little bit more. All right. Now, from you, Marika, seeing you probably want to know what we're going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, me and Marika are going to play a little game which involves only one rule, which is going to be aligned to every one of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this game has only one rule, which is the following. What Marika doesn't see, she must not know. Now, as long as she doesn't know it, we guys are going to have a lot of fun. Now, before we continue, I want to warn you that the people in the audience may laugh in a second. They're not laughing about you, they are laughing with you. Does that sound better? That probably does, doesn't it? The game is going to be... Just a little bit higher, sir. Thank you. The game is going to be very, very simple. I'm going to make a little paper ball. I'm going to toss the ball up into the air. I'm going to put it in one of my hands, and you need to show with a finger which hand it goes inside. Very simple. Ball goes up into the air. The ball goes inside the hand. One hand, which hand? Point with the finger. Yes, it's right over here. Perfect. The ball goes up into the air. The ball goes inside of the hand. One hand out of the two hands. Which hand would you say it is? That is very good, Marika. And the ball goes up into the air. The ball goes inside the hand. One hand. Which hand? Ladies and gentlemen, 3 out of 3, and let's give her a nice round of applause about this. Now, Marika, this is where the trick turns out to be a little bit more complicated. What we're going to do is we're going to put up my sleeves as much as I can, and I'm going to take this paper ball and put it in my hand. From this point on, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Now, when I count to 3, I'm going to rub my hand right here. When I rub, that ball is going to disappear as it never was before. Before we continue, I want to ask you, do you want to know how this trick is done?
Yes.
Yes, let me explain to you. It's for you to see how this trick works. We will use 2 paper balls. Now, the first one is going to be small. The second one is going to be big. The small one's going to be for you. The big one's going to be for me. Don't ask why. Watch this. We have 2 balls, a big ball and a small ball. Take the small ball in your hands and hold it tight just like this. Put your hands a little bit more higher and pull them in just like that. Now, you blow, and when you blow, you squeeze. And when you squeeze, that ball should disappear. No, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this was not Marika's fault. My apologies deeply. I am a little bit running over schedule here. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. No, This has to, when you do it with the small ball, it's a little bit different. You have to count to 3. So once you put this ball inside your hand, you go 1, 2, and when you get the 3, that ball will disappear as it never was before. Do you want to know how this is done? You know what? Let me show you. For you to see how this works, we're going to use 2 paper balls. Now this, sir, I just want to point out you're doing a fantastic job. Both of the paper balls are going to be exact. If somebody pulls, everybody pulls, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do the same trick with 2 paper balls, both the exact same size. So this would be ball number 1, ball number 2. Which one do you prefer? Ball number 2. Take it in your hands now. Make sure when you hold it, you can't see it through the thumbs, through the pinkies, from top, bottom, inside, or outside. I'm guessing that at this point you probably want to know what the hell is going on here, right? Let me explain to you what you see and what they see and what you don't see. You see, here's the thing. Let's give her a big round of applause, everybody. She did good. She did very good. You can get back to your seat. And thank you for participating. Thank you very much. You did a good job. That's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and you have a good day. No. Sir, you did a fantastic job, and I just want to point out that you were a wonderful assistant, and if you get inspired by it, and you want to quit startups, and you want to start as a magician, this will be my souvenir to you. Okay, cool. And you will have a good night tonight. Let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you for joining us up here on stage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we do have is we have about 4 minutes left. Now, what I want to do here is I want to do something very, very special. And today I would like to end this whole show with the best trick I have ever seen, and I want to do this to you guys. Now, if you ever see me again, or if you ever don't see me, but you want to tell your friends about me, I would be very willing if you could just refer to me and remember me by this trick right here. Now, the trick that I'm going to show you was done in Riga, in one of the theaters, by a magician somewhere around my age. And what he did is he took a piece of rope, he cut the ends off, and he gave somebody to... Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom. I hope you will enjoy this video. What's going to happen is he took the piece of rope and he gave the rope to be examined by somebody. If you could please examine this piece of rope, sir. Yes, thank you very much. Let's give him... No. Just examine the rope. Make sure it has no magnets, keys, rock traps, doors, dancers, I don't know, antennas. Everything good there, sir? Yes. Thank you very much. All right. Now, what he did is he started by taking the two ends of the ropes and bringing them upwards like this. He took the piece of scissors, snapped them twice, put them in the middle, and he cut the rope exactly in half. Now, when he did this, he got 2 ropes out of 1. And when I watched this as a magician, it was no surprise to me because this is something very similar to the trick we did at the very beginning with the red ropes. Would you agree? Something very similar. So this is a cut and restored rope. This is a magic classic. Now, what actually he did after that is he brought the ends together once more. He snapped the scissors twice, and he put all of the ropes, and he just cut them in half one more time, getting 4 pieces out of 1. In my mind, I was thinking, if you can do this trick once, you can do this trick twice. So if you can cut it in half once, you can cut it in half twice. That has to be a technique, something very simple, which I just simply don't know about. But then what he did is he brought the ends up one more time. He took the scissors, snapped them twice, and he cut the ropes in half one more time. And as I was turning to my friend and saying, what the hell is going on? He took the pieces of rope and he bent them once more. He took the piece of scissors and he cut them in half once more. And then, ladies and gentlemen, followed up the best trick I have ever seen in my whole life. What he did with these pieces of rope was something very, very simple. He took the ends of the rope and he started putting inside his hand just like this. Now, what happened at that point was he did this until only one of the pieces of rope remained on top, sticking out of his hand just like this. He turned his hand to the audience so everyone can see, and he stuck all those pieces inside his hand till the point where only one of these pieces remained on the bottom. What he did then surprised me really. He snapped his fingers, and all the rope was restored in one piece. And to this day and on, ladies and gentlemen, I have no bloody clue how the hell he got this done. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom. I hope you enjoyed the entertainment bit. Thank you, and you have a good day today. Thank you, and have a good night.
Okay, second part of the show, or third part after our magician startup. So it's always a bit emotional to be in demo day, right? Because you have been basically everything but having sex with these guys. Two of them have actually done some of that in our batch also. Too much information, right? Yes. But you know, it's good. It's good. It's looking forward for the future. But anyway, you know, the good thing is actually they are not leaving us yet. We're 2 weeks away, so it's not that emotional. But actually, I'm actually glad to be here. I'm actually, as we always say, as a team, we are proud of being sharing 3 months with you. How hard you have worked with us, how much you listen, how much you challenge us. Remember, you always say, we're not working too hard, Asot, remember? Now you remember they said that. You know, and I also want to be actually thank the Buildit team, because I know how hard you guys have worked also. And I'm very proud that actually with Alex and me lately get to coincide in many conferences talking about 2 of the best accelerators in Europe coming from this little country called Estonia. So thank you for that. I'm very proud to doing that. Let's actually now talk about the startup-wise, guys. Before I talk about the future, let me reflect about the past. What has happened in the last 6 months? Because I need to raise money. Herty needs to help me raise money. Doug helps me raise money. And the only way to raise money is talk about how well our teams are doing. These teams here have, in the last actually 6 months, raised above 200,000 euros, and many of them have actually raised the valuation from 2 million to above. Wolfprint, RightMate, Sport ID, Anatomy Nest, Team Scope. Alo told me he was signing today the deal. Hope he has signed it. Coldpage. And one more company that I always like to talk about, because not everything is about raising money. Publish Drive was actually, Publish Drive was actually founded 2 years ago. Their CEO is one of the 30 women under 30. Without having taken any funding apart from Wise Guys, they are today in 30,000 monthly recurrent revenues and break even. No? So I'm always amazed to talk to Kinga. I'm also very happy she's finally going to raise 2 million, so we can raise the valuation. But you know, an example that we choose teams to be great companies, not just to do return on investment. And that's what we want in our entrepreneurs. Without further delay, let's talk about the next batch. Or let's talk about this batch. Can I get the next slide? Yes. So next batch, please apply now. I know some of you were looking at us to apply to us, so please do. We start in Riga one more time, 18th of September, amazingly same day as last year. I don't know how we did it. The calendar works. So we talk about Latvia. Let's start with a Latvian team. So we first time look at this team. They were talking to us about robot that push food for cows. Rather a sexy subject. But say, maybe they have something into it. The second thing was I thought, okay, if this guy doesn't really pull it out, I think he can run for president of Latvia. And that would be good for us. So either way, an investment might actually make a lot of sense. So without further delay, robotic solutions from Latvia, Matis.
Good. Thanks for the lovely introduction, Cristobal. I will be starting my political career, when I'm older. But yeah, at Robotic Solutions, we convert existing machines into robots. Well, sounds cool, right? In the future, robots will be a part of our everyday lives, just like cars are now. But there are numerous industries where mankind has invested enormous funds into buying up machines that are operated by people. The same industries have robots as well. But in order to bridge the gap, the manual machines need to become the early robots of the future. This is the vision that we're building, and the industry that we see as our entry point is industrial floor cleaning industry. The European floor cleaning industry can be characterized by 2 numbers. 1.2 million machines operated by 1.2 million people, and those people amounting to 75% of total floor cleaning costs. Just think about it. 14 billion euros are spent for people pushing around the machine. There is a solution. These machines need to become autonomous. Robobox takes away 75% of the operating cost and reallocates humans to labor-intensive processes. It is camera, sensors, and software that takes away the need for a human operator, ensures redundancy, and better fleet management. We want to introduce robot as a service concept, where each machine using our solution pays us a monthly fee. The application, the first one is in floor cleaning, but the same principles can be taken to any manually controlled machine indoors. We started up with setting a couple of iRoomba vacuum cleaners to work together in teams. As Cristobal said, we've made agriculture robots that were autonomous. We had external validation for our ideas from financing and startup wise guys. We're starting a project together with Fraunhofer Institute, but the real journey starts with the 20 pilot tests. This baby gives the ability to track any machine indoors. It is used for giving numerical evidence for our solution and assumptions. It is something that the floor cleaning companies need, but there's something for us to take as well. We get data about the efficiency of a person. We're a team of scientists and business developers that had successful ventures and a strong technical background. We've won robotics competitions in Japan. Yeah, robotics and Japan, and we won them. And we're looking for an industry partner that will help us deliver our solution and take it to the next level. I'm Matisse, and at Robotic Solutions, we convert existing machines into robots. Thank you.
So there is one thing that we emphasize to every team all the time. There has to be 2 people in your team who know how to pitch. Always. Because shit happens. So 2 days ago, Induto CEO called me, I won't be at demo day. I have a problem. I said, oh shit. I was actually in Vilnius, I fly in, I'm coming in and I do pitch training and I'm hearing Induto pitching. I said, shit, Vadim is here. I don't know, shit, it's Alex. Same pitch, same commitment, from Belarusia, Induto, Alex.
Always all this crap is with me, yeah. Make some noise. Thank you. So, what do you use for remote management? Skype, Trello, Jira, Slack? They are not perfect. In fact, all of them failed in one area. They do not create a social contracts in teams. The social contract is an accountable agreement between a person and a group. It's glue that binds together highly productive teams. So Induto creates the social contract among team members using short video messaging. Instead of a daily status meeting, all team members post and watch 1-minute video reports. Here is how it looks. I take my smartphone, run Induto, and create a selfie video like, hey guys, I will finish my current task today. My face, my truth, my commitment. That's what makes us different. It's a visual, social contract. And we keep face-to-face communication instead of sending bullet points by email. We are 3 founders with combined 45 years of experience in software development, business development, management psychology, and data science. We've already founded 2 businesses. Our business model is a subscription with a special, simple proposal. 100 euros for 1 year per team, up to 20 people. Next years, we will focus on direct sales to high-tech companies with more than 500 employees. It will give us a market size of 4,000 companies. We've already finished our beta testing program with 12 teams, and during the last 3 months, we have talked with more than 60 companies that want to use our product. However, it's not finalized. We're looking for 75k euros to bring our product on the next level and to get 100 billable clients. It's our social contract. I'm Alex, this is Induta. Thank you very much.
Okay, now Alex is back. No, don't escape. So I told Alex that the next time he's on a stage on the next batch, he's not allowed without a green suit. Fully green suit. And by the way, I can help you find it. I have found more difficult ones than the green one. Actually, this is one of the most difficult person to introduce, because actually I saw some competition in the Buildit teams. It's always difficult to introduce the sexiest boys in our batch. His full dedication is to track, locate the sexiest persons in the planet and identify them. From Romania, Iris, Bogdan. Let's see.
We are Iris, and we created a technology that can recognize any kind of object in live streams, photos, or videos. We put brains in visual recognition. We put brains in embedded devices and application. We created our own AI algorithm. So for this reason, we can run to low-end computing power devices, and we're hardware and operating system agnostic. The problem that security company faces nowadays, they are very expensive machines for visual recognition, lack of services for visual recognition live streams from cameras, high data bandwidth, and also only smart motion detection, not AI. After 3 years of development, we can classify images in real time using only one core of the CPU processor, and also locate and track objects. Our product is a video analytics software, ready to use and ready to be scaled up from embedded devices to servers. The only difference will be the numbers of the camera that can be used and processed. You can draw virtual fence to trigger alarms and rules. You can count the number of the objects. You can perform face recognition using unique Face ID. All that in a very intuitive way. There's plenty of use cases. Identify guns using only security camera. Automatically identify anomalies using drones. Our focus is in security video analytics. I have more than 10 years experience in that field. We want to sell, and will sell, to security companies through distribution channels. Elko is one example, is one of the major distributors in Europe, and through Elko, we can reach 10,000 security system integrators. We charge a monthly fee or one-time fee per camera or drone. We already have 40K in revenue so far by selling our SDK for visual recognition. Right now we run 3 pilot projects. One of the projects is with City Council Alba Iulia. The project is for Smart City. Our team has more than 20 years experience in visual recognition and intelligence video analytics. We want 100K for integration, marketing, and sales. We are Iris, and we are the next step of evolution in visual recognition. Thank you.
So we're in Estonia, so we need an Estonian team, right? In the past, we used to say that in Ukraine, we always get social media guys, In Belarus, gamers. So there is one thing that you get lately from Estonia, disrupting, funding markets in different verticals. So we decided to we can have our disruption in the music IP industry. With all of you, Birgit van Bestry.
Hi everyone, my name is Birgit and I'm CEO of Investory. Do you know that song that just played? Sunrise Avenue wasn't famous before they released their song Hollywood Hills. Today, music industry faces two really important problems. First, we have fans who are currently passive consumers, but they want to engage with their favorite artists in meaningful ways. And secondly, we have artists who face increasing global consumption and they receive money with long delays. We bring music industry to a new era by unlocking the copyright industry for fans. Fanvestory is an investment platform for music copyright. Imagine if you could listen to a song on Spotify or watch a YouTube video, and with one simple click, you can go and invest in it and earn long-term revenue. Fanvestory is a socially funded music publishing that works in 3 really simple steps. First, artists come with a song to Fanvestory. We organize public IPO for the song and distribute the song royalties among a large number of fans. The global music copyright industry is worth 7.5 million euros. We target Baltic and Scandinavian markets at first, which in total is 5% of the total market. Our competitors are crowdfunding sites and artist supporting sites, but none of them offers fans actual chance to earn their money back. We have a revenue model that's combined from transactions and commissions. Currently, we have launched 2 projects and we sold them out in less than 2 hours. And we have in total 300 fan investors who actually purchased their shares, and there was oversubscription, as we have 1,000 registered users. And this morning, we released a new project, so go and check it out after my speech. We have closed our first investment round that keeps us going for next month, so we can test our platform and widen to Scandinavian and Baltic markets. But we are open for soft commitments for the next round for the end of this year. Our team consists of 3 founders, me, Christian, and Juko. We have all necessary skill set of marketing and sales, music industry, copyright, and IT. In 5 years, we don't want to make just a profitable, but a meaningful exit and really disrupt the music industry. Thank you. My name is Birgit, and this is Fanvestory.
Oh, we're getting there. So Callum always tells me that one of the main issues for wise guys is that Cristobal keeps loving India. We've never been there, but they keep applying to us. So we got our Indian team applying to us. And Callum says, no, Cristobal, not an Indian team again. The Skype doesn't work, we don't hear shit, they might be fine, but we took a bet. Let's get our Indian team. Worst case, we kick them out. Statistically, we kick one team out per batch. Not only they survive, but they thrive. I'm very proud, I'm very honored to have here on a scale from India, Mob Scale, Kelly.
Thank you, Chris, for that great introduction. Hi, my name is Kali, and I'm from Mobscale. So Mobscale is a marketing automation platform that helps app marketers increase engagement in their apps using contextual and personalized push notifications. So I sold my last company to one of India's largest e-commerce companies. And as an app owner, my biggest problem in that company was that my marketers were sending the same notifications to all users. There was no tracking, there was no targeting. So I wanted to solve this problem, and I hired the director of engineering of that company as my CTO, and we started building Mobscale. So Mobscale provides deep insights into what is happening in your app, and we use all that data to push very contextual and personalized notifications to your users. and thereby increasing engagement and revenue in your apps. So our customers see more than 4 times engagement in their apps after using MobScale. That's why marketers love us. So we went to this Mobile World Congress this year, and we saw that none of the top apps in Europe use any kind of notification tools. This is amazing. So this is why we wanted to come to Europe and build a business here. So we're not really convinced, looking at 10 companies in Mobile World Congress. So we made a list of 50,000 top apps in Europe, and none of them use any kind of notification tools at all. And each of those companies have a revenue potential of more than $1,000 a month for us. So we work in a market that's untouched by anyone, and we are growing really fast using the self-serve model, using chatbots, and our unique in-app page as CMS. So we have a typical outbound sales model right now, but we want to get into the inbound and content marketing piece. That's exactly why we are trying to raise 300,000 euros to grow to 50,000 MRR, kickstart our content and inbound marketing. So we're growing really fast, founders with a previous exit already. And hi, I'm Carly, I'm from MobScale. We're a marketing automation platform for apps. Thank you.
So Michael told me, don't introduce me this way. I'm really bad at actually following directions. You can ask some people who knows me well. But for once, I'm going to do it. No, that's the one we are going to talk about. He told me, this morning he came, he said, Cristobal, look at this, see? This is the guy that is Seb Ventures, it says PhD on the right side. He said, you see that Buildit team? He says PhD from Germany. So he's going to prove me actually damn wrong, and he's going to prove that a PhD can make a great fucking startup. With all of you, from Latvia, Michaels Sinos. PhD! 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 PhD!
Thank you, Cristobal. It was an incredible introduction. So, yeah, hi, everyone. With Sinos, we are creating affordable platform for engineering simulation. You may know 3D CAD model. So we are aiming the next step of engineering workflow. This is virtual testing. This is the step where engineers spend the main part of their time and effort. And moreover, such software costs up to $100,000 per single license. I use this software for 10 years. And that's why I personally am a fan of open source solutions. They cost zero. Moreover, the smartest algorithms are already there. Nevertheless, industry still underrates open source tools because they are fragmented, they provide poor user experience, and they are unsupported. With Sinos, we are fixing these issues. We are building the platform where we can integrate different open source solutions to automate workflow between them. Moreover, we are providing user interface for engineers from different industries. But now we are focusing on 3 niche industries. And after that, we are going niche by niche. These industries has actual lack of customized software. And those are induction heating machinery, electromotors, and transformers. So we are charging $5,000 as a subscription fee per year. But the total market is $4 billion as annual revenue. And it still keeps growing 11% by year. So we are a team of PhDs. And also entrepreneurs. So we started together, and after that we built our own different career, and now we are back together, and we are ready to create the Sinos. So we already have beta version of our first product, and we are going to launch it on 6th of June at the Electrotechnology Congress in Hanover, Germany. And we already have 35 engineers and 4 companies waiting for it. I mentioned 4 because one we got today. So we already raised pre-seed money from angel investor from Norway, an accelerator, and it will bring us to the first customers by September. And now we are raising the bridge round of 75K. It will bring us to the MRR of $4,000 by end of the year, and then we will raise the seed money. So if you are looking for some good opportunities, just catch me after that. I'm Michaels. I'm co-founder of Sinus, the affordable platform for engineering simulation. Thank you.
So 10 months ago, we got an application from Valencia. I said, wow, a Spanish team, finally. I won't be alone. You know? Read the case, looks very good. Dimitri. No, this guy is not from Valencia. But a smart guy, you know, living in Valencia from Ukraine. There has to be something on his brain, right? Good decision. So he said, no, but we don't like you guys. No, I'm going to go to the US. Shit, okay. The guy comes 6 months later and applied to us. I said, I promise, I will be in Tallinn this time. He came to Tallinn with all of you, Dimitri Vinesis from Ukraine. Perfect song for him.
Hello, my name is Dmitry and I am founder of Binesis. We make API integrations easy, simple, safe and reliable. Since 2018, the whole banking industry is going to change following new regulations. Because the new laws demands banks make their APIs public. Actually, their services will be available to anyone. So that means that new, aggressive and innovative players will come to the market and offer their customers single-point access to all their banking accounts and possibility to make any purchases and any transactions in a single click in a matter of seconds without asking any permission from the bank. That means that this law will actually kick off banks from the banking service industry, which valuation is more than $1,000 billion. Banks can become only the place to store money. The best way for the banks to become more competitive is following the same law and offer their customers single-point access to multiple services, banking, non-banking, availability to make any transactions and any purchases in a single click in one single place. And actually, to do this, they need to connect multiple insurance, processing, billing, payment, and other banking systems to own online banking systems. But the problem is that connecting each of these services is very difficult. It takes weeks and even months of coding. Only one-by-one connection is possible, so it's better to use Binesis because we combine services from multiple vendors and put them in a single box. Our customers can connect only one solution and will get access to multiple services, definitely will save a lot of time, a lot of money, and rapidly improve their functionality following their customer needs. But the most important is our technology. We are technical guys, actually. The technology, unlike our competitors, it's not middleware. It's both middleware and on-premise. It's a hybrid solution. Our customers' banks can use us, and they can't use our competitors because of law restrictions, reliability, and security issues. Our business model is pretty simple. $2,000 per month per number of servers that our customers need. No limits in number of integrated systems. No limits in number of, in amount of requests. So actually, by this point of time, we have 11 paying customers, multiple revenue share agreements and LOIs. And 1 week ago, we received first equity-free grant from one of the biggest Polish banks. And by the way, SpeedUp Ventures too, took a part there. And at this point of time, our team consists of 60 members with 15 years of experience on average in software and business development. And actually, in order to make this technology better following new regulations, we are asking for 200,000 euros, which will be enough for the next 12 months. So, in case, if you are struggling with integrations, actually even in any sphere, or you are looking for the business to invest in, we are definitely the right team for both these purposes. Thank you very much, and see you later at the after party.
I'm getting old for that many stairs. There is a series of love stories coming up now. 4 love stories. There is nothing like seeing your baby being born. I saw these guys on a hackathon, pivoting 3 times in 1 weekend, and saying, we want to do it one more time. We keep putting the nappies, changing it, they pivot 2 more times. We really want to pivot 1 more time. We invested on them. I said, this time, I don't change your nappies anymore. You launch the product or we kick you out of here. They're into something, I believe. With all of you, from Romania, from Denmark, Intel Flows, Cosmin.
Hello, everybody. We're living funny times, if it weren't sad, because a lot of people, some people actually, today are starting to question basic things like science. But for those of us who still believe in facts, we know that air pollution is a huge problem. In fact, 92% of the world population is exposed to air pollution. And still, if we look at any city in Europe, we see that the actual air monitored is only on 2 to 3% of the city area. And that's because of the way that this is done, which relies on having a few fixed monitoring stations across the city. And guess what? Science strikes again, because there have been numerous experiments that have shown that the values registered by these fixed stations are very different comparing to individual values registered independently. At Intel Flows, we rethink the way that air pollution is monitored. We make these fixed stations mobile by installing the latest sensors on vehicles such as cars or bikes or public transportation. And this way we create a network of moving sensors. Having constant data flow, 10 times more data and a large coverage allows us to create a street map level of the air pollution. And we're offering this on a subscription basis to local municipalities, to environmental agencies, but also to other third parties, such as real estates or fitness apps. And in fact, we're currently running a pilot test in Hungary. There's a municipality there, which is situated in a big traffic junction. And what's worse, there has been a huge fire at a warehouse recently. So they decided, okay, it's time to do something. It's time to improve the air quality. And they took a number of measures, and they're using Intel Flows in order to track the impact of these policies, but also to keep their citizens informed. We're 4 people in the team, and we have different skills on different areas. And as Cristobal mentioned, we met in Denmark. The 3 founders have met in Denmark. We've worked together on a couple of startups that successfully failed, leaving behind a lot of great learnings. And actually, one of these great learnings is the fact that we cannot do this alone. And that's why we're also building up a network of partners alongside our network of moving sensors. So right now, we're looking for 50,000 euros that will allow us to finalize the second version of the product, to get it ready for mass production, and to onboard the first 3 paying cities by the end of this year. I'm Cosmin from Intel Flows, the network of moving sensors, and we act today for a better tomorrow. Thank you.
So I promise you more love. So let's continue with love. As an investor, we should not fall in love at the first sight. But we went to Kiev, Egit and I, June last year, and we fell in love with these guys. However, as any or no you, in love, you need to keep your promises. And we have promised we will not steal these guys from the accelerator they were at that time. So as any good lover, we waited. And we came back. But then we said, guys, you know what? We found another good-looking woman. Same product as yours. Who is better? They prove actually they are much better. With all of you, from Ukraine, Biernet.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm from Biernet, and we automatically convert 3D CAD models into virtual reality. Imagine you are an architect and you have created that amazing project. And now you start to communicate it with your clients and you show him your layouts, your sketches, and even your 2D photo renders, but they still doesn't get anything. And they keep asking more and more questions and keep asking for more and more amendments. And this is the point when you not only feel frustrated, this is the point when you start to lose your time and money. We fix this problem. We take a project and can automatically convert it into virtual reality walkthrough where you could walk around, feel the space, the scale, the distances and the heights of the room like in real life. And our VR experiences work not only on powerful PCs, but also on smartphone and on the web. One more reason why our clients love us is because now they spend up to 3-4 weeks creating their VR experiences with Unity or Unreal, and we will do that automatically in real time. Also, we can write up to 10 times bigger models than our competitors do. We have 12 clients, $30,000 revenue generated on a project-to-project basis, and we have 116 clients in the pipeline waiting for our automated solution. Our business model is SaaS, package-based subscription, based on number of models hosted and number of views, and there is 1.8 million architects in the world, which means $4.3 billion market for us. Our team has business development experience and even one exit story, and we have really experienced developers, including PhD in 3D graphics and math competitions winners. And now we're looking for Chief Marketing Officer to join our team. We are happy to announce that we have already raised $100,000 to fully automate our product and to reach $10,000 MRR in 6 months. And now we are starting to raise the next round to build conversion rate from other different formats, but mainly to open commercial offices in London and 2 or 3 other major cities, and expand our marketing reach and brand awareness. And I would be happy to talk with you about this afterwards. I'm Anna from VRNet, and we automatically convert 3D CAD models into virtual reality experiences.
And yes, sometimes love takes you far away, to places that many of you might not even be able to place on the map. Because if I ask you, with a good look at Google Maps, where is Armenia, you will fail, and you know it. If I will ask you, what is the capital of Armenia, you are looking at your Google already, I know it. But sometimes, we just find gems, magic diamonds in these countries. And we found one of them. And they wanted to come here to becoming a more expensive diamond. With all of you, from Armenia, Azot, in Aptics.
Test. Gracias, amigo. Yeah, we have been discovered. Hi, I'm Ashot, CEO at Inaptics. We analyze and visualize what you people do in your apps. Why? Because app developers are struggling to understand how they can improve their apps. So 7 years ago, I started an app development company and grew it to the point where we were building high-profile apps for companies like Airbus and Ford. We learned how much our customers hate analytics. Apart from the complicated setup, they were complaining about the lack of visibility on what you exactly do in their apps, especially when you are using it once and delete it. In fact, 90% of all apps are downloaded, used once, and eventually deleted. And app makers are struggling to find out why. Within Aptics, we automatically capture all user interaction events and turn them into beautiful screen flows and heat maps that make total sense. The sports network ESPN has been one of our pilot customers. Within Aptics, they discovered a button in their app that nobody was tapping on, changed the location of the button, and now can see it actually being used. Cases like this with ESPN and many others will be soon automated. The discovery of them will be automated using machine learning. Compared to our competitors, we provide better, deeper, and visual insights instead of just metrics. Getting started with Aptics takes just a few minutes versus a week with the competition. We have launched Aptics very recently and have already seen hundreds of signups. There are currently 30 apps that are using Aptics, and so far we have analyzed more than 12,000 app users and in total 50,000 app sessions. App analytics market is a 2 billion euro market and growing at a rate of 25% annually. The whole app economy is beyond 50 billion. We have a simple pricing model based on number of monthly active users. Our awesome team includes 2 serial entrepreneurs and 4 hackers. And together we have successfully completed more than 50 projects in the past. We are raising 75K in order to expand our team, ship our Android SDK, and reach an MRR of 6K. I'm Ashad from Aptics, an experienced team in a 2 billion euro market redefining app analytics. If you want to learn more, chat to us afterwards. Thank you.
And last but not least, it was painful to look up the map of founders that has been Startup Wise Guys. And there was a tiny little country with 3 million inhabitants, full of basketball glory that has never been part of Wise Guys, called Lithuania. So we set a mission: in the next batch, we'll get a Lithuanian team. It was hard, but we found it. And here they are. I think, by the way, the wait was more than deserved, but, we finally did it. Well, Trado, Thomas, Lithuania.
My name is Thomas. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Weltrado. Weltrado benchmarks the peer-to-peer lending industry for intelligent investing. Numbers matter to us, and that's why investors trust us. Since launch in March, we already got 30,000 monthly users who invested around 3 million euros for us, and that gave us 10,000 euros commissions. There are more than 1,500 different peer-to-peer lending platforms. Most of them are not regulated. And in the next 7 years, the market will grow 30 times. That's why investors get confused each time when they have to decide in which platform to invest in. They can also lose their personal information as well as investments. The biggest problem in the market is that most of the investors, they do not understand the risk of peer-to-peer lending platforms. That's why we developed Weltrado. Weltrado aggregates 15 different metrics, such as rate of default, amount of late loans, or loans repaid, and we give credit scores. We match investors with peer-to-peer lending platforms according to their personal risk profile. Since launch in March, we already got 30,000 monthly users. We get commissions each time an investor opens an account and deposits money. We are different. We are Europe-wide. We connect platforms from across Europe, not just nationally. And we are intelligent. We give credit scores for peer-to-peer lending platforms. So today we are a marketplace that connects private investors with peer-to-peer lending platforms, But tomorrow, we will be a financial institution that connects private investors, business investors, institutional investors, as well as private borrowers and business borrowers. We are 5 founders. We know how to build traction from 0 to 100 million users. And we have more than 25 years of experience in asset management, portfolio management, and investment management. We are looking for 300,000 euros in order to get 100,000 monthly recurring revenues, all the platforms from the world listed on Weltrader, and 10 times more investors. The investment will be used for expanding the business development team, IT development team, as well as for marketing. Thank you for your attention. I'm Thomas, the co-founder and the CEO of Weltrader. Weltrader benchmarks the peer-to-peer lending industry for intelligent investing.
That's all, folks. So thank you very much. Can I get my team and all the teams on a stage? It's going to be difficult to get a picture, but let's go. Everybody, come on. Floor. Ugh. We have spent a lot of coffee this batch. Hey!
Hey, Pavan, watch out that you land in the right articles afterwards.
Yeah! Wait, one more. One more. 1, 2, 3. Woo! And so we move everybody there. Okay, so guys, we need to clean up this so we can have a party and dance afterwards. So I need to move everybody slowly to the networking area. The alcohol is there, it's not there.
Well done.